Hello everyone. How are you guys doing? Peace and blessings be upon you. So I might be a day or two late with responding to this recent Quran burning situation, but I still want to talk about it with you all. So recently, a far-right Danish slash Swedish politician who goes by the name of Rasmus Paludan, he burned a copy of the Quran in Sweden, and it was like some sort of response to Turkey denying their application for NATO. And they're also claiming that it's just freedom of speech, but we'll get into that later. About 4 days ago, he did it again near a mosque in Denmark, and he basically claims that he will repeatedly do this until Turkey accepts their NATO application. And recently, this is kind of off topic, but recently something similar happened here in my country, in the Netherlands. Another far-right activist who is part of the Pegida movement, or Pegida, I don't know how to pronounce it in English, but it's basically some sort of patriotic and resistance against the Islamization in Europe. And it's usually active in here in the Netherlands, in Germany, in Belgium, France, and England. But anyway, they destroyed another beautiful Holy Quran in my country here. And this has sparked the Middle East a lot. Countries such as Pakistan, Lebanon, Afghanistan, and Iraq, they started protesting in their own countries. I'll show you a few clips right now. And now, look, I'm not a powerful person, but at least I can try to say that on behalf of the Muslims and other non-Muslim innocent citizens living here in the Netherlands, we are truly sorry. I mean, I'm a Muslim myself, so I cannot support this anyway, but because it's the country where I grew up and because I'm a citizen here, I hope that you guys can accept my apology on behalf of the other Muslims living here and the innocents. But back to the real topic, the Swedish politician Rasmus Paludan. I don't know how he's trying to achieve Turkey's support for it, because to me it seems like Turkey will deny it even more right now, and they already made it clear that they won't support countries who don't support them. And all the protests in front of the Swedish embassy in Turkey, I mean, it's kind of clear that they won't accept Sweden's application for NATO. And second, I don't know what he has already achieved, except for people in several countries protesting against them. But the Muslims have already made it clear. Let me make it clear once again for people who actually do these types of things. Even if you burn every Quran on this earth, trust me, you will never be able to burn it, 1, out of our memory and out of our hearts, and 2, with millions of Muslims memorizing it by heart, by Allah, we will be able to bring it back cover for cover, page by page, letter for letter, every single word being the exact same words that that Allah has given us through Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. And trust me, those will be the exact same words from 1400 years ago, with no mistake, with no contradictions, and with no error. So my honest reaction is, because apparently it's freedom of speech, keep burning them if you really want to, keep wasting your time, considering the Quran burnings will probably be the peak of Rasmus Paludan's career, and soon something else will happen which is similar to the burnings, except instead of a Quran, it will be, well, his career. I was planning to say something else, but only Allah is allowed to judge, so yeah, keep letting the Muslims unite again. I mean, I've seen a few Muslim nations unite together and protest against it, so yeah, thank you for uniting them. And considering Malaysia has announced that they will be distributing 1 million copies of the Quran, you have a lot of work to do. And the funny thing is, they've tried to use the excuse freedom of speech for it. If this is freedom of speech, why is burning the LGBTQ flag considered as homophobia and not freedom of speech? Why is hating or even just not supporting Israel as a state, like not even hating the Jews, I don't hate them at all, but I don't support Israel as a state, why is that being called anti-Semitic and not freedom of speech? This freedom of speech, trust me guys, I'm growing up in a Western country right now. I can tell you what's happening right here. This freedom of speech is nothing more but just propaganda. What it actually means is do whatever you want, but only if you approve it. And besides, every action has a consequence, or multiple consequences. This is not freedom. This is tyranny. Trust me. It's happening right here in Western, civilized, democratic and liberal countries. It's happening here as well. So, to the protesters, may God bless you. To the non-Muslims who are against these types of people, and these types of actions against religion, may God bless you. And to the people who are helping the Ummah, may God of course bless you. That's basically all I wanted to say in this video. I mean, I don't really have a lot to say, but I just had to make it clear. I just had to talk about it. And I've actually seen this other video of a YouTuber who was also talking about this, and he made a beautiful quote, and I will quote him, of course, with his name right here. Stop burning and start learning. May God bless you all. Peace and blessings be upon you all. Have a good night.